You know how some people say it's not you, it's the clothes? Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's you, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I don't mean that in a mean way. Sometimes it's just the way you're either styling the clothes, wearing them, what you're buying, that is the issue, and not necessarily the clothes themselves. So in this video, I'm gonna take y'all through 5 simple things to do in order to ensure that you always look good in the outfits that you put on your body. Because one thing I know, and 2 things for certain, is that if you're spending money on something, you want to enjoy wearing it. We are not in the business of just spending money and throwing it away and not being happy with our purchases, or not actually wearing it to its fullest potential. So if you'd like to hear these 5 tips on how to look good, then just continue watching. Before we get into that, hello, my name is Seyi and this is the Daily Seyi. On this channel, my goal is to help you look good and feel seen. And of course, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in and being a real one. Let's not delay. Let's just get right into it. Number 1, and this should be something that I feel like should be really common, but you'll be surprised how uncommon it is. You need to be ironing your clothes. Steaming, ironing, whatever hot tool of choice you want to use, you need to be getting the wrinkles out of your clothing. If your clothing is not specifically supposed to have wrinkles, because you know there's some pieces that like have that kind of crumpled look, please iron them. I promise you it takes not that long. I am somebody who I'm still gonna iron those wrinkles out even if they're limited. I'm still ironing them because I can see them. And if I can see them, other people can see them. And in my mind, I feel like I spent money on these items and I just want to look good in it. I want to look good and I want to feel good in it. No point of looking frumpy. No point in looking like, where'd that come from? Promise you, wrinkled clothing is like one of the easiest ways to make a look go from like a 10 to a 2. The look could be fire and it's like, why are all those wrinkles there? Number 2, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I actually do not believe that every single clothing item needs to work on every single body. And I don't even mean that just in terms of like plus size and standard sizing. I mean that in terms of just like body shape, body type, body build. There are just certain things that work for certain body types, and there are certain things that simply don't. I am somebody who has broad shoulders and a bigger chest. I am fully aware of this. I also have a shorter torso. I know all these things about my upper body, and I shop with that and I style myself with that in mind. I am not styling myself thinking that I have a long torso. I am not styling myself thinking that I have more like relaxed shoulders. I am not styling myself thinking that I have an A cup when I'm sitting here at a steady D. That's only going to lead to me being disappointed in the outfits I'm wearing or in the pieces that I choose to buy. I see items on a variety of bodies all the time, and I'm like, that is cute. And honestly, about 75% of the time, there are a lot of things that will work across the board for almost every body type. But there are some times when that is really not the case, and dare I say that's okay? I think that's okay. If something was made with my body type in mind, actually a great example of this is Hanifa. And we all saw how everybody was coming for Hanifa at one point. That was a very interesting moment. Hanifa herself, Anifa, the founder, she is tall. She's a taller woman. So a lot of the clothing that she makes is, I believe, with that in mind. She caters to the taller population. What you see on the site is kind of based probably on her measurements as like a taller girl. You know, when people are like, oh, I'm 5 foot and this item is too long on me, I'm like, well, we have 2 options here. If you like the item so much, you get it tailored. I think that's something that we all have to do when it comes to different clothing items. Getting something tailored to your body type is a sure way to ensure that you enjoy the clothes that you actually buy. There have been times where I've bought something and I'm just like, this is not fitting the way I need it to fit. And I've gone to the tailor, got it either cinched in or just adjusted, and boom, I love it. Sometimes that's just what it is. Because at the end of the day, these things are being made 9 times out of 10 in a factory, okay? They're being made in a factory. And so, you know, they're not thinking about every single body, every single type. That's just impossible. It's literally impossible. Now, I'm not saying that brands cannot do better when it comes to catering to different body types. They absolutely can. That I do agree with, because there shouldn't just be one type of body just being shown. Obviously, I'm a style influencer, so I follow a lot of different style influencers across the board, age ranges, body types, body builds. And so I'm very familiar with like different people's style, how they like to dress. And I'm obviously familiar with how I like to dress. And you guys are familiar with how I like to dress too. And I'm sure there's things that I've worn that you're probably like, oh, maybe I can make that work for me. Or you're like, oh, that looks really good on her. I probably would never wear that. That's okay. I think that's okay. I think that's the beauty of fashion and styling, is like you pick and choose what you like. And so in that case, when it's like, it's not you, it's the clothes, it's like, in this case, I don't think it's the clothes. I think it's just you deciding and choosing what works for me and what can I fit Not literally, but like what can I fit to my personal style ethos and like what I like to wear. I literally do it all the time, and I love clothes. Like if I could buy everything, I would. But it's like I know I can't. Even if I had the means to, I wouldn't buy every single thing because not every single thing is made with my body type in mind. Which is a nice little segue to the next point. We all have our favorite fashion influencers who every time they share something, we're like, I gotta buy it. I gotta get it. But that's a long-winded way of saying that just because they share doesn't mean you have to buy it. And it kind of piggybacks off of number 2. I have a lot of favorite influencers that look a certain way and they don't have the same body type as me. Either they're shorter than me, so how it looks on them is absolutely not how it's gonna look on me. I have long legs, they have shorter legs. They have a longer torso, I have a shorter torso. So how things fit on them is not how it's gonna fit on me. So I can see it and I'm like, oh, that's really cute. And I could buy it with the idea of knowing that I just like the item. I am not expecting the item to look on me how it looks on them. You see what I'm saying? And that goes back to number 2. It's just like you can like something and know that it's going to appear differently on your body unless you have the exact same measurement and the exact same body type as your favorite influencer. But also being mindful of what you're buying. Like you don't need to buy every single thing that they're linking. I'm not saying that you can't experiment and see what would work and what wouldn't work, but I think there's a fine line between like showing support or just having like a slight shopping problem. And I say this is somebody who really enjoys shopping. Trust me, you don't always have to buy the next thing. I saw a girl on Threads, this is not a negative call out or anything, but she was like, how are you guys justifying spending $120 on one item at Aritzia and Zara versus I can, get a bunch of items from Shein for like that same amount of money or from Fashion Nova. And I told her, I was like, I'm not even trying to convince you to spend $120 on something at Aritzia and Zara because sometimes it's not always worth it. But I'm like, you just have to change your mindset when it comes to shopping. You're making the assumption that you need all these things. I was like, we don't need any of it. We want it because it looks good, because we feel good in it. But I was like, realistically, we don't need this much clothes. We don't need this much shoes. We don't need this much accessories. Like, we don't need all this stuff. But when you start thinking that you need it, that's when you start kind of looking at shopping in that kind of like, well, I can get 20 stuff for $120 versus one thing for $120. And it's like, but you don't need 20 stuff. You probably don't need that one thing, let's be honest. But if you're saying, okay, I really like this item, it is $100, but I really like it, so I'm willing to spend $100 on it, versus thinking like, oh man, there's so much more I can get. Changing your mindset. Number 4, your outfits are meant to be worn over and over again. In the day and age we're in, I think it's easy to see people wearing different outfits all the time. And we're like, oh my God, everybody's just wearing so many different things every day. And it's like, realistically, no, they aren't. No, they aren't. The purpose of buying something is that you can wear it again and again and again and again. I love wearing pieces again and again and again and again. I think people attribute like alpha repeating to like not really having like a fashion sense or not really being able to come up with different ideas for looks. And I would say to that, if you really kind of want to look good in outfit repeating, switch it up with the accessories. Wear a different pair of shoes, wear a different pair of sunglasses, wear jewelry, even style the piece differently. Clothes are meant to be styled in different ways, okay? There's not like a rule that says you have to wear it this way. If you find other ways to wear it, then by all means do so. And you'll start to realize like, oh, I'm getting more bang out of my buck, number 1. But also, I'm really starting to really enjoy putting this outfit together again and again because I'm finding different ways to wear it again and again. And that's making me look good again and again. How many times did I say again? Shop for the body you have now and buy the size you have now, or you be patient. I feel like this is another controversial thing, so I'm really not trying to sound like, girl, what are you doing? If you are somebody who you're in a space where you're wanting to lose weight, let's not mince words. You're wanting to lose weight and you're like, I want my body to look a certain way. I think that's fair. You have the right to do that. I think when you are in that kind of in between, because that's an in between stage, sometimes it's hard to shop because you're not the size you were. You're not the size you necessarily want to be. So you're in that in between. If you're somebody who just really loves clothes and really likes to look good and put it on, my recommendation to you is to buy for the size that you currently are. Because you can always, let's say if you happen to lose more weight, you can always get something tailored. But when you try to buy for the size you aren't, that is a smaller size, you cannot get something expanded or taken out. Not like 9 times out of 10, you can't do that. What happens is that when you're trying to buy something that is smaller and you're trying to fit into that small thing, whether that's motivation, I don't know, or it's just thinking like, oh, I was this size at one point, so I should still be this size. I'm gonna tell you right now that it does not look good. You're squeezing yourself into something that no longer fits you. In our minds, we try to trick ourselves and say like, no, this still fits. And it's like, it doesn't fit. It may fit as in like you got it buttoned, but you got it buttoned by like, that's not fitting. That's just you squeezed yourself into it. And maybe you got it on, but you're not comfortable. Things are spilling out and it just looks like it's constricting you. And those three things are very obvious. They're very obvious. So I always say just buy for the body you have now. I have been on a I've been working out. I've been in the gym. I'm not necessarily trying to lose weight, but I am trying to tone. The clothes I have right now are fitting the way I want to. And when I was maybe like I had like an extra inch on my waist, those clothes also still fit. I bought for the body I had then, and now they just fit a little looser now. I was not thinking, oh, let me get the size I would normally get so it can fit me then or now, because what if I didn't get to now? You know, life happens, things happen, okay? You never know. And so I always say buy for the body you have now, or if you're not gonna do that, then just be patient and wait. I will say in some cases, like, sizing is all over the place with brands. So I'm not saying that the brands are incorrect when they do certain sizes. Look at the measurements, because the measurements 9 times out of 10 are usually very accurate. And maybe their measurement, and they say like a size 12 is measured in a certain amount of inches, but maybe another brand says those inches are actually a size 14. It's not the end of the world. Nobody's pulling your tag and being like, oh, look at you, girl, different sizing. I'm a 14 in Aritzia. And other brands, I'm a 12. In some other brands, same item, I could be a 10. It just varies. I look at the measurement and I buy based on that. I do not buy based on the sizing and think like, oh, okay, I'm a 12 here, so I must be a 12 here. That's not always the case. And when I buy based on my measurements, I look good in the items that I'm wearing. I look good because they fit me the way they're supposed to fit me. Take measurements of yourself. If you're in your 30s and above, our bodies are constantly in fluctuation. And add in, if you are somebody who is a mother, your body is constantly going through different variations. So it's okay that certain things will fit a certain way. And even on top of that, even if you have the item, certain things will fit a certain way through your monthly cycle. There are moments where certain things fit T on me. And then there are moments leading up to it where things fit just a little bit more snug. In those moments, just find something else in your closet that fits you for your current state. Don't try to squeeze into the item that you know works better when you are 5 days post period. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These are my practical tips to looking good. There's a bunch of other tips. You know, I have another video on like how to dress well and how to dress better. These are things like just looking good in your clothing, or even just like how you present yourself goes a long way. I hope that you find these tips helpful, regardless of the age range you're in, regardless of the body you're in, regardless of the body type you're in. At the end of the day, we all deserve to look good in the clothes we wear in particular, and feel good when we step out the house in these clothes we're wearing and buying. So I hope that you find this helpful. And if you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you like this style of video, please go ahead and subscribe, because more of it is to come. And as always, I will catch y'all in my next video. Until next time, bye.